Hey there. Welcome to Charectify. Have you ever been in a conversation where, halfway through, you realize you're the only one talking? Maybe you were excited about a topic, sharing every little detail, but then you notice the other person just nodding along, not saying much. And later you wonder, did I talk too much? Did I overshare? If that's ever happened to you, you're not alone. Sometimes we get carried away, and before we know it, we've dominated the entire conversation. But the real question is, how much talking is too much? And how can you find the right balance? The key is simple: learn to master silence. See, most people think conversations are all about speaking, but the truth is, they're also about listening. Great communicators know that a pause can be just as powerful as words. When you learn to hold back, to give space, you create room for deeper, more meaningful conversations. One of the biggest reasons people talk too much is nervousness. When we feel anxious, we tend to fill the silence with words. It's a way of avoiding awkwardness. But what if I told you that silence isn't awkward? It's actually a tool. Imagine you're in a meeting and everyone's talking over each other. What if you just stopped, took a breath, and waited? Silence can grab attention in a way words can't. It shows confidence and control. It gives people a moment to process, and more often than not, it invites others to contribute. Another reason people overtalk is the need to be understood. We explain, we clarify, we add extra details, because we want people to get our point. But often less is more. Instead of saying the same thing in 5 different ways, say it once and wait. Trust that your words have weight. People don't always need to hear everything in the moment. They just need to feel what you're saying. So next time, try saying less and waiting for the reaction. Then there's the issue of our own insecurities. Sometimes, when we feel insecure, we talk excessively to cover up that uncertainty. By talking, we hope to fill the gap and prove ourselves. But here's the truth: you don't need to fill every silence to prove your worth. People will respect you more when you show restraint and wisdom. So, take a deep breath, and when you find yourself rambling, pause. Silence shows that you're comfortable with who you are. It's not about saying more to impress others, it's about allowing the conversation to flow naturally. And here's something interesting: people remember how you make them feel, not how much you say. If you want to leave a lasting impression, focus on listening rather than talking. Ask thoughtful questions. Be genuinely interested. When people feel heard, they naturally feel closer to you. Think about the last time someone really listened to you. Didn't it feel amazing? Listening is the ultimate way to connect. Another helpful tip is body language. You don't always have to speak to communicate. A nod, a smile, a raised eyebrow, these nonverbal cues can speak volumes. By relying on nonverbal communication, you leave space for the conversation to breathe. You give the other person room to share their thoughts. In fact, nonverbal communication is often much more powerful than the words we say. Now, think about those moments when you do talk. How can you make your words impactful? Instead of talking endlessly, focus on quality over quantity. Choose your words carefully. Speak with intention, and make sure each word has purpose. You'll not only be heard more clearly, but your words will hold more weight. Finally, let's talk about emotional regulation. Sometimes, when we're passionate or excited, we talk rapidly and uncontrollably. The key here is to take a breath before speaking and to be aware of how you're coming across. Speaking too much can be a sign that we're not giving ourselves the emotional space to really reflect on what's important. So, when you feel the urge to fill the silence, pause and check in with yourself. Are you speaking from a place of calm, or are your emotions driving the conversation? So, the next time you catch yourself talking too much, take a step back. Breathe. Listen. Because sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is nothing at all. Have you ever felt like you talk too much? How do you handle it? Share your story in the comments. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Charectify. See you in the next one.